Let's bring you back to Accra, where European Union's ambassador to Ghana is stressing the need for Ghana to deepen ties with the EU towards the execution of shared developmental objectives. According to him, the EU is still committed to supporting Ghana, despite the challenges imposed by the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Addressing a gathering of dignitaries and guests at this year's EU Day celebration, the ambassador said empowering Ghanaian youth remains one of the topmost priorities of the EU. Join News' Pakwesi Shandov was at the EU's residence and reports.
This is the official EU's residence here in Accra, the place that has been formally designated to host this year's edition of the Europe Day. Now, the essence of this particular celebration is to, of course, amplify the EU and, more importantly, deepen the rapport between the EU and Ghana. The event today will, of course, see speeches being read by dignitaries and other prominent fellows from government, as well as representation from the European Union. The annual event seeks to celebrate the peace and unity in Europe. This year, scores of excited foreign nationals in Ghana were present in their numbers. Speaking at the function, the EU's ambassador to Ghana, Echod Rosali, stressed the need for deepened ties between Ghana and the EU, especially in the area of youth development.
Together with you, we are ready to embrace this challenge by supporting and empowering Ghanaian youth to gain skills, acquire jobs, and have bright futures before them. In quoting an eminent Ghanaian, "A society that cuts off from its youth severs its lifeline," once said the late Kofi Annan. So to bring life back into our economies and democracies, both on the European and African continents, the answer lies in turning to our young generation and providing them with the right skills to thrive. And this is what we are doing.
According to him, despite the challenges imposed by the Russian-Ukraine war, the EU is still resolute in supporting Ghana.
Despite Russia's ongoing and justified aggression on Ukraine at our doorstep, I would like to underline that the EU does not look away from other major instability and from other major partners. Not €1 has been diverted from our initial commitment to Ghana. On the contrary, we are expanding, increasing our initial envelope to address new needs and new challenges. We stick by our partners like Ghana, and we stand by our commitments.
Minister of Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf, also reiterated government's readiness to partner the EU to better the lot of young people in the country.
We are also grateful for the EU to continue support of the youth in the area of education through the provision of scholarships to Ghanaian students studying in European universities. We are hopeful that other EU projects in the pipeline aimed at empowering and developing the youth will be launched soon for the mutual benefit of EU and Ghana.
Some young participants also expressed delight and emphasized the need for young people to be supported across all walks of life.
It's the people who make up the youth today. They're going to be in those places tomorrow, right? And so if we can invest in them, we can find ways to build better partnerships, and then along that tangent, we'll be able to do better. So I think that's really what's going to help us.
The young people are not just the future of tomorrow, but the future of today. The question is not even about how they can be grafted into it. They should be a part of it right from the beginning.
Amidst the talks on youth empowerment and Ghana's relationship with the EU, guests from the European community were treated serenading rounds of good Western music. The celebrations were also fused with a thrill of magic.
Open your hands and show. Oh, and there are now more than 2-4. Please clap for him. They are the magicians for the night.
It's been a very jolly atmosphere here, one that has been charged with scintillating music and good highlight renditions. But of course, amidst all the celebrations, the central theme that has featured prominently in all the discourses is the need for Ghana and the European Union to deepen ties so as to, of course, facilitate trade outcomes and accelerate other mutual benefits. Reporting here at the EU residence, my name is Pakwesi Shandov.